Hi, it's John here from GPS Training. What we're going to do in this short video is just look at the various mapping options we have on a Garmin GPS unit. This is a Garmin GPS Map 66 SR. As you can see, it's a wonderful sunny day on the Northumberland coast, and we're looking at the various maps. So I've actually got a 125,000 map card in here. So it's 125,000 map card. With this, you see your field boundaries, open access areas, and it also shows you permissive paths, as well as your bridleways and footpaths. It shows you everything. It's the most detailed outdoor map that we have in the UK. Now, if I zoom out on this, it will then go to 1 to 50,000 mapping. So that's a 1 to 50,000 mapping here. You see we've lost the field boundaries. Again, we would lose open access areas and permissive paths, but we still get rights of way, still get footpaths, bridleways, and everything else that we need to know. Again, it's significantly cheaper, isn't it? So that's 1 to 50,000. We zoom in, you go to 1 to 25,000. You can just see the extra detail coming there. The other thing I put onto this unit is some satellite imagery. So with the GPS Map 66 series, you can put onto your Wi-Fi at home and download some satellite mapping. So how do we view this? We literally press the menu button, come down to map setup, come down to configure maps at the top, and we need to always have the base map on, and these are the various other options. So I've got the I've just switched off these because it's 125,000 mapping, it's in region, so I just switch off those maps and I just switch on my satellite imagery down the bottom, and I just enable normal. And then when I go back onto my map page, it takes a second just to load in, just take a second. And there's the satellite imagery. So this is downloaded satellite imagery, which you get free with any of these units. So again, I just logged onto my Wi-Fi. You can see that's the satellite imagery, which sometimes gives you a little bit more detail of what we see on the ground. So that's satellite imagery. The other option we've got is a TOPO Active mapping. This unit also comes preloaded with TOPO Active mapping. Many of the units do. GPS Map 65S does, 66S, R, 66I, all the Montana range, and also the eTrex 22X and 32X. Let's have a quick look at what that looks like. So again, we just go to menu, back to map setup, enter on configure maps. Again, this time we'll switch on the TOPO Active mapping and go back down the bottom and switch off the bird's eye mapping there. Okay, so we go back. Oh, I've actually got both of them on here, haven't I? So I've got the TOPO Active mapping overlaid on top of the satellite imagery. So let's get back and switch off there. So now that's our TOPO Active mapping. So you can see TOPO Active mapping is the preloaded mapping there. So again, if we zoom out, you can see there's the railway line, there's the sea. You can see the level of detail that we get on there. Again, the problem with the TOPO Active mapping in the UK anyway, it just shows everything as a path. It doesn't say it's a footpath, bridleway, or frankly a private drive. So that's the TOPO Active mapping there, which you can see in this area. Now let's go back to the Ordnance Survey mapping. And that takes us back to the Ordnance Survey mapping. So that's what we use, and that's what we're used to seeing, isn't it? So that's the 1 to 25,000 mapping. Then we zoom out, it's back to the 1 to 50,000. Very much hope you find this useful. Let's just look at the various different map sets that we can get on a Garmin GPS device. Don't forget, from GPS Training, when you choose your GPS unit, you get an option of what map set you would like with it, and we bundle them into your personal requirements.